We got another Q&A today. What's the topic?
Basically pointers for service-based businesses.
Advice for service-based business.
Yeah.
Got it.
First question from Bishoy. What's the biggest time waster in your business?
Waiting.
Waiting for other people?
Waiting for other people, yeah. Waiting for documents to come in, waiting to hear back from appraisal companies, waiting to hear back from the lawyers, from the investors, from the lenders, just waiting. I don't think it's time wasting. They have to do their work there. I learned a little while ago that if it's a deal I can't do, or if it's something I don't want to do, I turn it down fast. Right? Like, sorry, I don't want the deal. And that has actually helped me for not wasting time, which allows more time to do things like this, right? And I find a lot of my competitors in the industry of mortgage business, they are chasing and trying to do things that it's not possible. They're taking on deals that nobody's gonna look at. I was talking to one friend that sends business over. She's been looking at this financing for the last 6 months. It's not doable.
Right.
It's like, I know that market. It's my market. And nobody's doing that today. They were years ago, but not today. So it's just a lot of time wasted there. Like, even though you're spending 15, 20 minutes a day making a couple of calls here and there, like, right. I got nothing else to do. You got plenty of stuff. 15 minutes is a podcast.
When do you call it? When you see a deal that doesn't work? Is that just when you call it as soon as you see it?
Right then and there. I can't do anything about it.
Maybe this person thinks that they can get it done.
That's all it is.
Right.
That's all it is. They think that they can get.
So if you think you can get it done, until what point do you decide, okay, I'm done with this? Is there a specific time? Is it just gut feeling? Like, is there a maximum time?
I know the questions to ask.
Right.
I stay in my lane, number one, right? 80% of my deals are in my lane, and I don't go outside of that. Now, if my market is going to slow down, then I start looking somewhere else. Okay, look, you know what? Is this something else I should be looking at? And if I look at that, then I will heavily spend more time trying to figure it out. But at that time, I'll be phoning somebody that's in that business and getting their opinion and seeing how they're doing it, and learning that side.
Right. Moving on to Devin. As a service-based business, what is your referral fee?
Devin, depends on the market. For private mortgages, we're anywhere between 1% up to 3, 4, 5%, depending on the size of the deal. But we're talking what bigger numbers. We're talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions,
right, on
a deal. So we take between say 1 to 3% on a million. That's 10 to 30,000, just depending on the deal size. But see what your competitors are doing. If you're doing a better job, can you charge more? If you're a very specialized person, you can probably charge a little more. If you're doing what the general public is, and if I was doing exactly what the general public is, I'll be just a little bit lower just to get that deal, and then add twice as much value.
Right.
So they know they're getting not only they're getting a cheaper deal, but they're getting so much more value out of it.
Even in the referral aspect, to just give as much as you can.
Even like when I send a deal over to somebody, I don't expect to get paid. It's just like, look, man, I can't do it. It's your deal.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't even know the etiquette in terms, at least in this business. Like, do you ask for the referral?
That's long-term. I look at that as long-term value.
Right. You're going to get a deal back from them.
Yeah,
eventually.
exactly.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen, right? In the long run, something will happen.
So if they ask you, if they say, okay, thanks for the deal, move on. Okay,
I'm done. Yeah.
And if they say, oh, do you want?
I don't expect anything from them. And even if they ask me, I'm like, no, keep it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't. Once in a while I ask for it because I know. Look, if somebody's coming to me and asking me, look, do you have somebody? Yeah, sure I do. And they're gonna come back to me and they're gonna keep questioning me and asking me questions. Then I know, hey, okay, you know what? I should be charging something here.
Depends how much work you're putting in.
Depending on how much. Yeah. And other times where it's just straight up, like in the mortgage business, sometimes I ask for a referral fee. Reason being is I will do the work. As in, they're going to be calling me and asking me questions about what does this mean, what does that mean,
right.
And sure, I'm not their source of contact. It's going to be somebody else, but they feel more comfortable with me. Now, if somebody that's coming to me like, hey, look, I need to buy a car, go talk to Bob down the street, or go talk to Josh if you want, a ring or something.
Right.
I'm not asking for anything there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I got nothing to do with. It's got nothing to do with me. It's not my. It's not my industry. It's not my focus. Not my expertise.
Right. From Nelson, how do I get more clients in a laundry service business?
I would be running ads, number one, but also I would be going to your local businesses in that area and seeing if you can do some stuff for them. Right? Small hotel, somebody calls in sick, can we do some of your laundry here? Or a big hotel, like advertise to them, or run Instagram ads towards that hotel, hashtag that hotel, saying, hey, you know what, you guys can go sightsee, and I'll we'll pick up your laundry, we'll do your laundry and fold it and put it back in your suitcase and send it back to you. I'll do stuff like that too.
Or even reaching out to like the long-term Airbnb stays or something like that.
That's another one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's going to be a dry cleaner or if it's going to be a laundry mat where it's just a machine you put in coins.
I've seen now people are coming to people's homes and doing their laundry and stuff, especially in, so I wonder if it's something like
that's
that.
That's a great business, especially now with two income earners and nobody has the time. I think that service is great.
Yeah.
Somebody comes over and let's just say it's for that. Then I would go and start teaming up with maids, right? Nursing, right? Baby boomers are getting to a point now where they need not 24/7 help, but they need somebody that comes in there and does some work and team up with them.
Cool. Moving on from Daniel, what is the best way to market a local wood restoration service-based business? Think deck and fence restoration, staining. I have Facebook and Google ads on lock. My website is being made and has SEO being done. I'm considering Yelp and always do door-to-door flyers in my target neighborhoods. What else should I look at?
Oh, I would be doing a vlog, right? Like how to content. Yeah, I would definitely do content.
Yeah, YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Hey guys, this is how you stain a deck. This is how you if you have nails in your deck, I would actually screw it in because less squeaking or something. During the sun, this is what happens. During the rain, this is what you need to protect. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Scale it. Do it yourself. And
it's funny. I was watching Peter McKinnon the other day, and he had discovered this guy who makes his own leather products, like leather bags and like belt clips and stuff like this, based out of Toronto. And this guy started just building a YouTube channel. He crafts all of his own leather and all these bags and products himself, but he just started videotaping himself. And he actually he just learned how to produce high quality YouTube videos and grew this massive YouTube channel. Obviously, it's done incredibly well for his business. But to speak to that, here's just a person who was like, yeah, sure, I'm doing it anyways.
Look, I grew up watching Mike Holmes. Right, fixing stuff. Like, why can't you do that? Then go out. When you're building your deck, building somebody else's deck, you just go there and record this. People want to see how it looks. This is what we started with, and this is how it looks afterwards. They want to see all that stuff. I do. Yeah. And I think there's plenty of people that will sit there and watch that. That's just one of the ways to grow. Cool. Grow content, grow your business, and then talk to other developers and general contractors. If they're doing all that social media stuff, obviously social media is the one that's going to be taken off. I'll have your own hashtag, Bob's. I don't know why I keep using Bob. Hashtag Dylan's Decks.
Dylan's what?
Dylan's Decks.
Dylan's Decks.
Yeah.
D's
DD.
Decks.
D's Decks. D's Decks.
D's Decks.
D's Decks.
D's Decks.
D. You like these decks?
All right.
This better be a clip, man.
Oh, yeah.
These decks.
These decks. Next question from Randall. What is the most common worst quality in clients that you have to deal with? And how do you manage it? The second part was my question.
Whiners. And then not giving information. Right?
Like withholding information?
Withholding a lot of information. Like, my business is very, when you're looking for financing, we're asking for a lot of personal details. How much you're making, what your expenses, what your liabilities. And when they start hiding stuff in the beginning, and then when you start pulling, credit and looking at letters and titles, you get the truth comes out then.
Right.
And then you got to go back and that's a lot of time wasted if
there's not much you can do about that.
There's not much you can do if those.
What do you do about the complaining though, or the whining? What can you do about that? close yours.
You can't. No, you know what? Complainers and whiners, I just don't want to deal with them. I just turn those businesses down. I just find if they complain and whine right in the beginning, it's going to be complain and whine right to the end. And I love to run a happy business, not a sad business. And I don't want I like going home happy, not dealing with somebody's BS. That's some internal bullshit that they got to deal with. That's not my specialty. I suggest you go talk to somebody else about that and fix that, because that's something that happened in your childhood and you need to deal with that. Lot of I find more whining baby grown-ups today than I do kids. Hear that?
So take that, people who
Take
think
that, man.
millennials
Take
are
that.
the bad one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even some
Well, I
of them
guess
are,
they
right?
are
But no,
millennials,
I'm
yeah.
not talking those kids. I'm talking like
Kids.
but the next, millennials, kids, 3-4-year-olds, they whine less. Oh, I got this deal. What happens here? I'm like, fuck, man. Like, shit.
Yeah.
A baby with 60s complaining about the same damn thing. Man. Anyways.
Before he gets angry, moving on.
I don't get angry, man. You know
From
that.
Armin, this is the last question. How do you stand out in a highly saturated market?
By being sexy.
That's probably true.
Over delivering, under promise, over deliver. Comes down to service. Comes down to heart, right?
I should say that the second part of the question is service businesses in service business. Goodness.
Repeat the whole damn thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you stand out in a highly saturated market? Examples in the service business where there are already many providers.
Real estate, mortgage. There's tons. There's so many mortgage brokers. There's so many realtors, right? How do you stand out? First of all, I specialize in a market, very specific market. Next is just adding so much value. Not only am I specialized in one specific market, I've actually worked within that community, like construction financing. I've renovated and built homes, right? I know the language. I know what happens. I know, the next process. I know from financing, because I had to finance myself and others. So I know all that, first of all. So I have that. And then just caring, right? Even the deal's done. I know most people, once the deal is done, they got the check, they don't care.
Right. Follow up.
They're phoning me up. They're like, hey, my plumber's not going to come here for another 3 months. Could you have anyone? Yeah, sure, man. Here. Like, I'm stuck here. Is there anything? Like, yeah, I'll come out, man. He's like, hey, can I show you something? What do you think of this? I show up there. That'll cost me. Right? That's my time. I just go out there. But you care. And then they send more. And they send more. It's just not what it is.
Would you say another way is by content creation and production?
Yeah, I think content's there too. It's the same thing,
you're
right?
Building a bit of, that's those are service pointers, but this is almost something that you can do extra.
Content is very important, man.
It's building the brand.
Because they're watching that, right? They're not physically in front of you, but they're watching you giving other people's advice. And at the same time, they're taking that advice too.
Well, it's like you. If people come and say, okay, they go this broker or this broker, and they see you and everything in your authentic self out there on your
Because
Instagram and YouTube, and so it's like, there you go. That's a way to stand out.
They feel
Already stood
comfortable
out.
now, right? Because they've been seeing me for the last 2-3 years over and over again. And some of them got value from me.
Yeah.
Look, we know the people that watch us. Thank you, right? Continue watching us. And I've seen deals from them. I've seen advice going back and forth from them, and I know they're here for the long term, right? Value. Some of these guys I don't even know.
Yeah.
But if they're watching, the value's there. So yeah, that's another way too, is content.
That's everything.
All right, guys. Till next time, subscribe to the Exchange Podcast. Like us, please share, and thank you.